Jimmy Fallon is in a very heated, controversial situation. However, the Tonight Show staffers are also defending Jimmy Fallon after toxic work environment claims. Now, multiple, reports have been surfacing, which, of course, they want Jimmy Fallon to be voted out from this. His program Tonight Show, with some also. Within their workspace also defending, Jimmy Fallon of all the controversial, situation that has been an albatross of around his neck. Now, four TV producers apparently spoke to the Daily Mail Friday, praising Jimmy Fallon, as a supportive and a collaborative leader who makes many, of them feel like family. However, from the day that, these allegations started popping up, not most people, especially, who have been victims of Jimmy Fallon's character attack, say that there is more, behind this good person we do see on TV. Now, the staff has noted that he is with the comedian he's been with the comedian, about 40, who apparently is 40 years, yes, on the daily basis, and has had, to deliver bad news or disgrace or anything surrounding him. But he thinks that Jimmy Fallon is very highly respected, amidst the claims that people have been circulating on social media. But for now, what we are gathering indicates that Jimmy Fallon, is tipped to exit Tonight Show, and people really also want him cancelled. Well, let's check out some funny reactions. Not really funny, but some interesting reactions after this whole drama has been unfolding.
This man had dated Casey Anthony, but I digress. He would tell me that his ex, no, not Casey Anthony, another ex, had helped open the... Oh, I've been waiting for this news to break about Jimmy Fallon because I have some tea for y'all. The year was 2017. I'd just begun working my dream job for the Walt Disney Company when I learned about Disney fuckboys. My first red flag is that this man had dated Casey Anthony, but I digress. He would tell me that his ex, no, not Casey Anthony, another ex, had helped open the Jimmy Fallon ride at Universal Orlando. She was a manager over at Universal, and this ride had opened in the spring of 2017, and he said that she was basically Jimmy Fallon's babysitter for the entire time that he was there to open his ride. That she had been told that he was not only a drunk, but a drunk that likes to fight people, so to keep her eye on him the entire time he was there. And my ex, when talking about this, had literally no respect for Jimmy Fallon himself because of all the shit he had put his girlfriend through at the time that he had been there to open this ride.
Did you see that Jimmy Fallon's getting canceled? 14 of his former employees and 2 of his current employees are accusing him of a toxic work environment. His former staffers said that Jimmy was extremely moody and you never knew which Jimmy you were going to get and if he was going to throw a hissy fit. Many of the staffers who spoke out described living in fear while employed with the show. One staffer had to go on anti-anxiety meds because of the show. Another one said their hair thinned and nail beds weakened as a physical reaction to the stress. Someone else said they lost nearly 20 pounds and cried themselves to sleep every night. Just goes to show you never know what's going on behind the scenes.
Jimmy Fallon is being canceled. So here's everything you need to know about this insane story. In an article published by the Rolling Stone, the publication supposedly reached out to 80 past and present employees of the Tonight Show, and none of them had a single good thing to say about working at the Tonight Show. The article went on to elaborate that Jimmy would often come to work extremely irritated, and as an employee, you never knew if you're going to get a fun light Jimmy Fallon or the angry Jimmy. With Fallon even supposedly going out of his way when he was in these irritated mindsets to directly message his employees with scathing criticism. With it even once supposedly happening while they were filming an interview. There was supposedly an error with the cue cards and Jimmy just started going off on the employee, and it supposedly got so bad that Jerry Seinfeld, the guest at the time, told Jimmy to apologize. And although Seinfeld would go on to say in future interviews that it was all blown way out of proportion, the exchange never made it to air. But honestly, it goes even farther than that. For the past 9 years the Tonight Show has been on the air with Jimmy Fallon, there have been 9 showrunners. Reportedly, it was such a toxic work environment that employees were scared to go to HR because they have witnessed other employees go into the office and then almost immediately get fired. And with alleged on-set drinking problems and a problematic past with racism, it is not looking good for the late night host. However, he did just start a show to help pay his employees during the strike and just recently signed a contract to host the Tonight Show until 2026. It should be very interesting to see what happens to the star. Alright, that's all for today. Follow for more updates.
Jimmy Fallon just got exposed. Crying rooms, a toxic workplace, and so much more. The host of The Tonight Show is facing serious controversy after Rolling Stone revealed numerous current and ex-staffers accused the host of having erratic behavior and creating a toxic work environment. But there's even more. The article went on to say that the ugly environment within the organization started at the top with Jimmy, known for having both his so-called good Jimmy days and bad Jimmy days. Former employees say that they were belittled and intimidated by their bosses, including Fallon himself.
Are you kidding me?
And said everyone felt like they were walking on eggshells. They went on to say that they were afraid of his outbursts and unexpected, inconsistent behavior. You never knew which Jimmy we were going to get, and when he was going to throw a hissy fit. Look how many showrunners went so quickly. We know they didn't last long. Of the more than 50 employees, past and present, interviewed, not a single one agreed to speak on the record or had anything positive to say about working on The Tonight Show. Is there something more to the story that we don't know yet?
I mean, I like Jimmy Fallon. Even though I don't watch the show all that much, but I do watch it when I get a chance. Basically, I like it when not because, hey, the roots is up there, basically. But, hey, they said 14 extra employees, basically, were interviewed. Complaints about, erratic behavior, other stuff going on in the workplace. How he makes it tough to work there, man. As far as I know, as far as the person knows, the show has not been canceled, basically. NBC is investigating basically the accusations, basically that hopefully this is not true, man, for real. Because I honestly like the Jimmy Fallon, I do, for real. But I'm just hoping basically it's not true that he creates a toxic work environment. Hopefully that's not true. I'm hoping, but hey, honestly, you never know. You never know nowadays. You never know, for real. You never know, man, for real. Hopefully it's not.
Staffers.
Well, this is going to take a while, so forgive me. Jimmy, if you are watching or you have a friend that's watching, I hope your friend records this and gets this segment to you, because no one is going to say this to you. Not your agent who depends on your paycheck, not your phony publicist who depends on your paycheck, and not your shrink who depends on your paycheck. But I will, because I don't care. They're trying to Ellen DeGeneres you, and they're sad cowards and shitbags because they don't like people like you. He's actually a really nice guy. I don't know if you've ever met him. I'm jealous of the guy. The guy is so freaking talented. The guy can sing, he can dance, he's funny, he's sweet. I've met him at bars. He's a gentle, sweet person. He's great at everything but hiding his own shit. And that's the problem here. If the drinking story is true, that's sad. If the drinking story isn't true, that's evil, because he's being targeted for fake and possibly real reasons to get him fired. Again, he's being Ellened. But the most important thing is, dude, you gotta stop with the apologizing. You are apologizing all the time, and you're apologizing to the people who will never forgive you. None of those people like you. You apologize to your family, you apologize to your friends, you apologize to the people you did wrong, but you don't apologize because your damn PR person told you to. You don't apologize because your publicist thinks it's going to save your job. They want to take your job. How dare you apologize to anonymous people? Anonymous people who go to Rolling Stone, a sham of a scuzzy little magazine, 2 words, Duke Lacrosse. They have no respect. That was a phony article. Anonymous snakes coming after you, and you have to be compelled to apologize to these damn losers. That is not right. Now, let's say he has a problem, all right? When you are that talented, talent can overshadow both personal pain and the excesses of your social life. And your talent and success is so good and so great that people who are around you won't tell you if you have a problem. My advice is to start listening to the family and the people who love you, and screw all those assholes that are around you, because they're not doing you any favors. No more apologies. Stop with the apologies. Just be yourself. You're a talented person. This story pisses me off to no end. It just aggravates me to see, because he's actually an interesting person. Who do you want on TV? Who the hell do you want on TV? Seth Meyers? Who do you want? I mean, at least this guy's good, and they're coming after him. And why? Why? What's the reason? It's just beyond. I got so upset today when I saw this story. I apologize for the swearing, but I really don't care.
Well,